In the beginning, when the world was still young, Aether was born from the union of the primordial darkness, Erebus, and the goddess of night, Nyx. His appearance marked one of the first great changes in the cosmos. While his parents personified darkness and night, their son became the embodiment of pure heavenly light. He was a radiance that existed high above the earth, beyond the clouds and the mortal world. The ancient Greeks believed that it was Aether who filled the heavens with divine light and created the space in which the immortal gods could dwell. Unlike the sunlight that people saw every day, Aether was far more majestic and pure. It filled the highest layers of the heavens, where mortals could not reach. Ancient poets described it as a radiant substance from which the air of the gods is composed. It was this very light that the immortal inhabitants of the cosmos breathed. Beneath it stretched the ordinary sky of mortals, and even lower lay the earth. Thus, Aether became the boundary between the mortal and divine worlds, a symbol of perfection and heavenly purity. Along with Aether, his sister was born, Hemera, the goddess of day. They were inseparably linked from the very beginning of the world's existence. Every time Hemera brought day to the earth, Aether's radiance spread high above her, illuminating the heavenly spaces. The ancient Greeks believed that the brother and sister together maintained order in the cosmos. While Hemera bestowed light upon mortals, Aether enveloped the abodes of the gods with his radiance. Thus was born the union of two primal forces, which became symbols of light and new beginnings. In the days of ancient gods, voivodes, and kings, the long-suffering land awaited a hero. And then came the mighty Demiurge Tales channel, tempered in the flames of battle. Power, passion, danger. His videos will change the world. To the ancient Greeks, Aether was not merely light. They believed it to be a special celestial substance that the gods breathed. On Earth, people breathed ordinary air, but high above the clouds lay a pure and more perfect realm. There, Aether reigned. Its radiance never dimmed and was not subject to the changing of day and night. It was eternal. That is why the heavenly inhabitants remained immortal and powerful. Aether became a symbol of the divine nature that distinguished the gods from all other beings in the world. As the world began to take on familiar forms, the Aether became an invisible path between the different levels of the cosmos. Its radiance stretched over the earth, over the realms of clouds and winds, all the way to the highest heavens. It was here that the mighty gods eventually took up residence. Ancient poets imagined that the golden chariots of the celestial powers moved through the expanses of the Aether. It was not only light, but also the very medium through which the divine will manifested itself. Its purity served as a reminder of the harmony that underlies the universe. Aether existed long before the Olympians appeared. He watched as the Titans were born, as Cronus's power grew, and as new generations of gods replaced the old. From the heights of his celestial realms, he witnessed struggles, alliances, and great achievements. But unlike many gods, Aether rarely intervened in events. His role was different. He remained a source of light and purity, against which the history of the cosmos unfolded. Thus, Aether became a silent witness to the birth of the divine world. When the Titans came to rule the world, Aether continued to shine over the cosmos as brightly as on the day of his birth. He watched over the reign of the mighty Cronus, who had overthrown his father Uranus and become the ruler of the world. The Titans ruled the seas, the sun, the moon, and the earth, but even their power was limited. Aether saw generations of gods succeed one another, reminding him that no power is eternal. Only the heavenly light itself remained unchanged. Eventually, the Titanomachi broke out between the Titans and the young gods, a war that lasted many years. Mountains shook from the blows and lightning split the sky. From the heights of his radiant realms, Aether watched this struggle. He took no side, for he was older than both generations of gods. His light illuminated the battlefield for both the Titans and the Olympians. When the war ended with the victory of the new gods, Aether remained unchanged, a reminder of the eternity of cosmic laws. After the Olympians' victory, the world was given a new order. High above the earth stood the majestic Olympus, the abode of the gods. It was here that the radiance of Aether was brightest. It enveloped the golden palaces and immortal gardens of the heavenly realm. The ancient Greeks believed that the gods looked upon the world through the transparent light of the Aether, which knew neither fog nor darkness. For the inhabitants of Olympus, it was a familiar environment, but for mortals, it remained an unattainable symbol of perfection and divine purity. Aether embodied a perfect purity that could not be found in the mortal world. On Earth, everything was subject to change. Birth gave way to old age, and prosperity to decline. But in the high heavens, where Aether reigned, there was no room for decay or imperfection. His light remained unchanged throughout the ages. That is why ancient philosophers often use the image of Aether as a symbol of supreme harmony. He reminded them that above the changing world, there exists a perfect order, untouched by chaos and destruction. Though Aether was far from people, he was a witness to their history. From the heavenly heights, he saw cities rise, majestic temples grow, and legendary heroes be born. His light touched the mountain peaks and the waves of the sea, reminding us of the presence of the divine in the world of mortals. Poets saw in the clear sky a reflection of Aether, and sages said that man's quest for knowledge is a reflection of his purity. Thus, even those who had never seen Aether felt his influence through the beauty and harmony of the surrounding world. Aether was an invisible boundary between two worlds. Below lay the land of mortals with all its joys and sorrows, and above began the realm of the immortals. Only the gods could dwell freely in its radiance. Heroes and mortals could approach the heavens only in exceptional cases when their fate became part of the gods' grand design. Therefore, the Aether symbolized not only light, but also the aspiration towards something higher. It served as a reminder that between the human and the divine, there exists a boundary that can be seen, but is almost impossible to cross. Centuries passed, generations came and went, great kingdoms rose and fell, but the Aether continued to shine upon the world. Unlike the sun, which rose each morning and set each evening beyond the horizon, its light never faded. It existed beyond the bounds of time, remaining part of the very fabric of the cosmos. Ancient thinkers believed that it was through the Aether that the heavens maintained their order. It was the invisible fabric of the universe, connecting the world of the gods with the boundless expanses above them. For many poets and philosophers, the Aether became the embodiment of the highest aspirations. Its pure light served as a reminder that even amidst hardship and darkness, something perfect exists. When people gazed at the clear sky, they saw in it a reflection of the divine world. Aether inspired heroes to seek glory, sages to seek truth, and artists to seek beauty. It was a symbol of spiritual elevation and the aspiration to transcend one's own limits. Thus, the heavenly light became not only a part of mythology, but also an image of human hope for something higher and eternal. Aether was not a god of wars or grand feats. His story is not filled with battles or great achievements. His power manifested itself differently, through the very existence of light, purity, and harmony. Born of darkness and night, he became proof that even from darkness, light can emerge. That is why his image holds a special place among the primordial deities of Greek mythology. Aether remains a symbol of celestial perfection, eternal light, and order, existing above the world of gods and humans from the very beginning of time and into boundless eternity. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share your impressions of the video.